West Coast Eagles captain, as we knew, as we expected, is now a Brisbane Lion, joins the back-to-back premiers. They get better off the back of winning a flag. And in return, West Coast get pick 2 as compensation. West Coast fans are flying because that's massive. Pick 2, he must be on a massive contract to get pick 2 as compo. But he's out there. He's out there now from winning no games, straight to the top.
You watch the sun come over the hill, it's moving east and it feels like it's autumn.
All right, welcome wherever you are and however you are listening to us. Thanks for doing footy with us. This is exciting. This is big. Did this last year and it went off. And the man who really comes into his own, really the guy who I think has fingers on all the pulses this time of year. Nose back to front.
It is like, before we introduce him, it is very similar to Mariah Carey or Michael Bublé around this time of year. They start to defrost. This is this is what it's all about.
Well, I'm Michael Bublé. I'm Mariah Carey. Dear Alexander. Welcome, mate. You are back. Really a busy time for you. This is where you really come into your own.
Yeah, I think it's sort of the time that I come out of my cave. I pretty much stay inside my house.
Smart.
11 months of the year. November is the time that I come out. Draft stuff is happening. My wife even finds me more attractive at this time.
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah.
The hair's longer.
Bit longer hair.
Yeah, you look
just
great.
Sort of glowing.
You are glowing.
Well,
it's excited. The buzz. The real draft buzz, isn't it?
How long are you growing? Are we thinking?
I'm thinking just a sort of a medium length number. I want to go for that sort of a bit back.
It's very good.
In between at the moment.
It's very clean and sophisticated.
Yeah. Anything else on that?
I'm seeing the extremes here. Short.
Yeah.
Sophisticated. Still sophisticated in some sense.
If I put it up, it's very sophisticated.
It is. Yeah, it is. But this time of the year is crazy. I think we just spoke about before the mics were turned on. Feels like we're slowly figuring out who the kids are coming through the draft because it is an important time for all the clubs. A pick here, a pick there could change the trajectory of where your club's going. Things can get put on a kind of a speed ramp to maybe winning a flag, getting closer to where you want to get to. So this time of the year is super important. But now, I guess, traditionally, this has been one of those periods where I, as a footy fan, have gone into a draft going, I know the first pick, maybe second pick, but it feels like we're slowly learning who the kids are coming through and who they're going to be for our clubs.
Yeah, I think you're starting to see a bit more content produced as well. I think probably since, it's probably 3 or 4 years ago around COVID where Baseline really came on and they started to create personalities around the players. And I think you see that a little bit more. There's content jumping around. There's clips that you can see these kids. So most pretty hardcore footy fans are starting to know the draft inside and out now. They don't miss much.
No, and you love it. Like, you're all over it. So before we get into the actual draft, which we'll do the first round, we'll do your fandom draft where you just take the reins and we'll chime in like we know what's going on. But you're watching the kids like from start of the season to when they finished last month. Yeah,
that's the plan pretty much. I mean, obviously being Melbourne based, I don't get much time to travel and that sort of stuff. So it's Coates League, majoritively. A little bit of VFL if I can, but I'm across the Coates Talent League inside and out. The national champs, I don't miss a game. And then just going through the Talent League. So it's busy weekends and it's hard to do content through that time because there's just so much coverage of it all. You're trying to watch stuff back. Sometimes you're a little bit delayed, busy with things, but try to get across it all as much as I can and talk to as many people to get things that I might miss as well.
So say this time last year when we spoke to you, were you also watching for the draft this year, or is it just literally the year of that you pay attention to, or do you sort of have a bit of a really good understanding like 2 years out?
A little bit. Like, you obviously see the guys that get exposure, but for example, Vic Metro is a team that's really strong. They don't tend to get as many bottom ages and stuff like that, so it's a bit misleading.
Okay.
You know the names, but I also tend to go to games watching specific players. So say, for example, you got Cody Walker this year, who's going to be a big gun next year for Carlton. I'm watching him and I'm seeing that he's got good performances, but I'm not really focusing on him as much as the guys for this year.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we're here again. Did it last season, as we said. We're back to run it back for your fam draft. Every year we do it, I'm grateful because I do feel like eventually a club will come knocking on your door saying, you're so just insightful, all this stuff. Come work for us. Come be a recruiter. So,
it's a matter of time.
Yeah, it is a matter of time if we lose you to a club somewhere. So I'm very grateful. The whole draft, the first round, we know things move here, and again, you'll take the reins of it, but there'll be a lot of bidding going on. I don't know if I've ever seen this in a draft. 4 picks, 1, 2 West Coast, 3, 4 Richmond, 5, 6 Essendon, 7, 8 Melbourne, Carlton 9, Hawthorn 10.
It's a real partnership,
isn't it?
Thing. Yeah, it's strange. And I do the way that I've kind of approached this. I've gone for, I haven't done any of those sort of, really articulate trades and stuff like that. Anything too complicated. I've kept it fairly simple, but I'll talk through as much at the best of my ability, the possible permutations and the things that clubs could be thinking about as well.
Yeah. Go on.
last year we did that. And we were with you. We were there the first 10 rounds, and then some kind of matching went on. And we kind of lost our bearings a bit. You were supposed to write down what was going on, and then we had miscommunication where he thought it was me, I thought it was him, and we kind of lost where we're at in the draft. But very good still.
It's really, when you're deep into this space, it's really easy to think that everything is obvious for them as well. And you can get lost pretty fast.
And I think I also managed to trick you at one point because I had all the comparisons up. Do you remember that?
That's right.
And I kept going, he's sort of, I wouldn't say he's got the Josh Dunkleys about him, but sort of. And you were like, yes.
I was surprised how quick you were getting the information.
He's going to do it again. I just know his laptop's here. I just know exactly what he's going to do.
I actually made sure this time every player, I've got my little comparison down the
bottom.
Well,
we'll compare it. Yeah.
Yours too. So just on the draft, before we get into it, what's this draft like? Everyone's saying it's an okay draft. That's kind of been the rumors getting around. It's not one of those amazing drafts. What's your view on it?
It's interesting. I do think that it's starting to come together, but I think if you had a defining characteristic of it, it's very bolter heavy. Yep. And that kind of shows you that it didn't sort of have the depth right at the top end, as far as you don't probably get the quality, say, of 2024, where you had up to the first 25 picks, you had these stars. I mean, Murphy Reed went pick 17 last year, and the performances that he put out. So I don't think teams see the depth in this year's draft, but they do see some really, I guess, idealistic players for them at the top end, and that's why we're going to see some maybe more aggressive trading. Whereas last year, we thought there could be trading, but none of them really eventuated because clubs just wanted to go 2-3 picks if they had them. They didn't want that one specific player that they might want this year.
Okay. So we'll see a lot of, with, say, it's outside top 5 or top 10, it's just next best talent that pick getting picked, you reckon, or not?
Well, that was last year.
Okay.
I reckon they just went for the best talent.
Yeah.
Whereas this year, I think they're going to go, there's a Cooper Duff Tytler 200 centimetre ruckman. I want him.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, let's get into it. Let's go. I think I know where the first pick's going to go and who it's going to be, but this is your thing, mate. We'll chime in when.
Yeah, I think most people are pretty on top of this now that it's going to be Willem Dersma to the West Coast Eagles. Willem's story, I think, is an interesting one just because of how he was seen at the beginning of the year. West Coast fans knew pretty early that they were going to have the number 1 pick in this year's draft. They were not keen on Willem Dersma, and I think that was partly because he was sort of living in the shadow of Zane and Xavier, in a way. Just they're seen, particularly amongst internet fans, seen as probably 2 guys that have failed as top-end draft picks, and Willem kind of got thrown into that bundle. But I think when you look at the performances that he's had, the versatility that he has, he's this sort of 193 centimetre now, tall, skinny midfielder. So he had the brother thing, but he also had the fact that he's a bit of a lean, skinny, less inside midfielder that a lot of AFL fans particularly want. So he was sort of fighting against those things. But you got to remember too, with the brother thing and the Dersma family name thing, he was 10 or 11 years old when Xavier first hit the AFL. So he's kind of been living with that as he's grown up with a brother in a professional system for that long. And that's obviously, if anything, for me, helped him to be able to, be a professional through his teenage years as he's coming up through under 16s and stuff like that. So how people have held that against him, I see it the opposite. I think it's only a benefit. And I think if you look at the way that he plays, he's got the kind of mercurial talent of Zane and the work ethic of Xavier. So for me, he's the best of both the Dersmas.
Here on the show, it's very sophisticated. We talk about the best sperm in the AFL. We've got the Ashcroft sperm, the Dacos sperm.
Who won that, by the way?
Dersma. What's his name? His old man's name. Can't remember.
Is it Dean?
Dean.
Is it Dean?
Well, I'm thinking
Nice
now,
nuts.
if he gets a number 1 draft pick, and then, of course, his daughter's in the league.
Carlton.
Are we looking at the best sperm in the AFL?
It'd have to be pretty
close.
close.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ashcrofts have got a Norm Smith. And
That's, biggest balls for sure.
Yeah.
In terms of production. For
rate.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I saw, Willem's obviously, he looks unbelievable. I heard him on the air say, I'm modeling my game on Bond, and you look at his stuff, you're like, okay, I can see exactly how you've done that. He looks a lot like Bond. And that's a massive thing to say, but the way he moves, the way he, picks off targets in the middle, floats across the air, just has completely taken his game to Bond's prototype.
Can play on every line too. Kick big goals for Vic Country, played at half back, goes and plays through the midfield. Round 1 for Gippsland, he has 36 disposals, kicks a goal, a bunch of clearances, and like you said, just moves like a gazelle. Covers the ground so well.
Yeah.
Kind of everything that you want in a modern day player with how it's going more transition.
Yeah. Okay. In terms of number one picks, where do we rank him in the most recent ones? Would he be right up there at the front of the line saying this guy can definitely change the club and, going to be from day one?
I think so. I just think the thing that confuses people a little bit, I think on talent he is there. He just doesn't have that exact position. Like, for example, we know exactly what Sam Lawler was. He was this kind of mid-forward that kicked goals and won clearances in the midfield. Dersma's a bit more utility.
Okay, cool. Okay. So him and Harley Reid teaming up.
Yeah,
That's
the
a
boys.
good midfield. That's unbelievable. Is he still dating the sister?
No, that we don't know.
Don't think
Oh, he's
so.
not?
Oh.
Rumours, but
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
All alleged. Okay, so that's pick one to West Coast. Then pick two again, they've got it through the Oscar Allen combo.
they're on pick 2, and I think this comes down to 3 players. It's either going to be Cooper Duff-Tytler, Sullivan Roby, or Dyson Sharp. But what I'm going to do here at pick 2 is pop a bid. Because another big narrative of this draft is the Gold Coast Academy players, or just the Academy players or father-sons in general. It's a very compromised draft. Another thing that's kind of leaning into its weakness, or perceived weakness at least. So Zeke Euland from the Gold Coast Academy, that is the way that they are going to go here at number 2. Gold Coast will obviously match. He's a high-quality player, being likened to Errol Goulden. He's, again, a bit of a utility type. He's 180 centimetres. He's small. He's a bit more robust and compact and diminutive compared to an Errol Goulden, sort of a little bit more inside, but his kicking skills are brilliant. Again, can play across all lines. Recruiters love that versatility, and he's going to be great for them.
So look at this one, Dan. It does say, like, for most of this sort of hypothetical first round, that the Suns Academy is just fizzing.
Jacked. Yeah.
From when you arrived to what you know of now, like, what's going on with that academy?
It
Why
wasn't
are
set
they
up like
just
that.
like
So it's just taken off. I think just the game, the way it's spread there, the promotion of the people that put in place.
Yeah.
Like, more people want to be in the academy. It's actually got a funnel to get to
Sure.
being at a club. Like, it wasn't there when I was there. And they're just good footballers. Like, they produce really good footballers. And they go in the academy and they train with a team now that's dominating. So you're in a good structure and a good organisation straight away. So he's going to walk into, from what I've seen, straight into a team and be really, really good. I didn't know he had the Errol Goulden kind of comparison. That's a serious comparison.
Yeah, and he's known obviously for Bodie's his brother, who's already there at the moment, but they are completely different players. Bodie's more this sort of intercept, lockdown defender. Zeke is much more offensive than that. But yeah, the academy's almost getting militant style with how they're just getting them through. They've got another one coming up pretty soon. But that leaves West Coast at pick 3 after the bid. And I think they're going to take Dyson Sharp for this pick from South Australia. I'm going a little bit rogue here. I think the consensus on talent is that they take Cooper Duff-Tytler with this pick, and also the bolter in Sullivan Roby, I said, is a chance.
Yeah.
But I think the specific situation that West Coast find themselves in, how much of a dire situation it is for them with leadership and overall, I guess, contested ball winning in the middle of the ground. Their clearance profile is abysmal, and Dyson Sharp can come in and give them something straight away and help them to keep players like Harley Reid in the next 2 to 3 years. And also for them, if they were to bring in a player such as Cooper Duff-Tytler, a 200-centimetre ruckman, who's really there to, on field, to educate a player like that for them? You look at another high draft pick as a ruckman that's gone through recently. Luke Jackson came to Melbourne. He had Max Gawn. Who have the West Coast Eagles got?
Yeah,
Bailey Williams.
Yeah, I
Matt
don't even
Flynn's
know.
not going to do it, is he? Flynn's not going to do it for you. Well, yeah, that's cool. I heard about Dyson Sharp. Someone said like one of the best junior careers they've ever seen. He's like just been amazing in his junior career.
Yeah, and I've actually turned full 180 on him. At the beginning of the year, I was completely off Dyson Sharp. I just saw him as this sort of, in a way, like a bit of a man-child that was bullying players that he was bigger. And there is an element of that still with him. I wouldn't take him at 2 overall on talent. I don't think he's got the upside. But as far as just being an absolute dog, like the mentality of him, he completely dragged the South Australian under-18 team across the line every time they were tested. He stood up, connected the group, and just led. And a really unexpected win that they had at the Champs.
I like this
breakthrough
guy.
one.
Dog.
Yeah.
So what are you seeing that some other people aren't? Because I've sort of seen
yeah.
the later sort of picks for this guy. What is it do you think that you're saying that might be different?
Well, he's got a really good clearance game. So he's going to come into a team straight away. He's very physically built. He's 188 centimetres, so he's got height, but he just wills himself.
Okay.
He's like that fighting spirit of him to win a clearance. And at the times of the game, like he doesn't necessarily do it. If the team's 10 goals up,
Sure.
he's gone.
Wow.
He's on the bench. He's not interested.
Yeah.
When the game's on the line, he's coming in, winning the big clearance, kicking the big goal. And that's probably the overall, if you look at the numbers of him, Averaged 27 disposals at the Carnival, which was better than anyone else. But he also averaged 1.5 goals, which is up there with some of the key position forwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So goes forward, just combative as anything. And like I said, just an absolute dog.
Yeah,
Like
I
it.
saw someone come out of I don't know who it was. I read it somewhere. It's like if I had to pick any players, I don't know who said. I forget. They said if I had to pick any player to win a Brownlow out of this year's draft pool, it'd be him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They're like he would do it. Out of
So
all of
then,
them.
what are other people saying that we're not?
His athleticism, I think.
His
Yeah.
athleticism isn't great.
Yeah.
He's not particularly quick. He's strong, but he doesn't have the endurance profile. He can't jump,
he said
those sorts
shit.
of things. But sometimes there is an intangibility about these guys as
Yeah.
far as being winners and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I would rate that above some of the other factors, and particularly going to a club like West Coast. They need someone like this. They need
Yeah.
a killer.
Yeah.
They don't need an athlete.
There should be like a kind of dog rating. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
That's a massive thing. I'm not actually not taking the piss here. Like everyone, like let's just use me because it's funny. Athletic, looked good, 0 dog. I reckon you honestly, as a recruiter, you'd be like, hey, does this guy have a genuine dog in him? Does he want to actually compete? And when the game's on, like you said, like, will that dog come out? That's massive.
I tell you what, clubs have, you would have seen some of the questions that are being floated around to these draft picks. So it's not totally out of the
Yeah.
realm of
What dog's
possibility.
inside you right
Yeah.
now? I'm like, Chihuahua.
That's a great question.
Yeah, it is.
I would say, speaking to recruiters, that is the number one thing that they look. That is first. I mean, obviously they need the other stuff. There has to be basic requirements,
Sure.
and I think Dyson Sharp ticks the basic requirements. But that is right up there. The mentality,
Yeah.
the killer instinct.
Yeah, and can't teach that to a kid. That's just given to you. Okay, like that. That's a big up the board.
Yeah.
Bolter.
Huge.
Yes, so that is West Coast out of the road. Now, there are big chances that pick actually gets traded
Okay.
because they probably will be able to get Dyson Sharp, say at pick 5, pick 6, even pick 7, pick 8 with Essendon and Melbourne. And Essendon are very keen to get up for Cooper Duff Tytler,
Yep.
as are the Demons really keen to get up for Sullivan Roby. So watch this space.
Yep.
But I'm just saying that West Coast, with their second pick, want this guy.
Will get him. Yeah.
They want Dyson Sharp and they'll get him somehow. Then we go to pick 3, which is the Tigers on the board here. And they're probably just going to pick up the scraps in a way here. They don't have the same lack of experience and leadership that the West Coast Eagles have. So I think they're going to take Cooper Duff Tytler here. 200 centimetre ruckman, a strange player in a way, kind of a master of none. He's not quite a key forward. He's not quite a ruckman, but he's just so athletic. He's a Luke Jackson type. The ball hits the ground. He's going after it, tackling, putting pressure on, gets into chains, picks up uncontested marks, averaged 20 disposals across the Coates Talent League as a key forward / ruck. I mean, that's pretty high.
Yeah, he's got that thing where like you're a midfielder, but he's stuck in like a big son of a bitch's body. Like
Yeah.
he gets around the ground. I saw a little of that. I was like, this guy, he's not a ruckman. I don't think he's a ruck unless he puts on like a lot of weight and the way he moves. I'm like, that's key forward these days.
Yes.
Has to be.
Yeah, he does look a little bit more like a key forward. And if you put his numbers up against, say, a Luke Jackson was getting around 35 hit-outs a game in his under-18 year, and Duff Tytler's about 17.
Okay.
So he really is more of a pinch hit in the ruck.
Yeah.
He does okay in there, and his follow-up work is incredible. So that kind of is what gives him the edge. His combine was fantastic. He went here, just checking the numbers, 621 in the 2K, which is good stuff. What was
That's
yours?
humming.
What did you go?
I'm not. I don't know. I didn't do the combine because I was playing Sanford finals, so whatever. My best was a 6:03.
603.
Yeah, whatever.
That's incredible.
Carlton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's quick. 6:21's flying.
I usually say that if it's under 6:30, you're starting to get into that elite territory. His 20-meter sprint was 2.92.
That's lightning for a big guy.
Yeah.
200 centimeters.
See, I think maybe again, not to make it all about me here. I think I've scarred myself with big guys being taken top 10 just because I think they are very hit or miss unless you really know what you're getting. So I have like this thing where he looks unbelievable, but in the back of someone's mind, with Richmond here, you say,
Yep.
there's going to be some kind of. This is just really like a gamble pick, just with big guys. That's how I feel about them.
Yeah, and I think it comes into it with Richmond a little bit that they had so many picks last year. They got in some really good talent last year. They just are in a bit of a different situation to say a North Melbourne or a West Coast because
Yeah.
they've still got that, Taranto Hopper in the midfield. They've got Vlosten and Broad and these types behind the ball. They've got leaders. So I feel like they can bring in these more high upside players and develop them into absolute champions in the long term. So they've got a little bit more of a period, I think, with a Cooper Duff Tytler. They can wait 3-4 years for him to come on, given all the other talent that they've
Geez,
got.
they're a well-run footy team, aren't they?
Richmond.
Yeah. Like when you think about like at one point there, Thought that whole joint was just
Got to fall apart.
fall apart.
Nah, not at all.
It's
The
insane.
picks they're getting in, the kids, like, just going to pump games into them, and in like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, mate.
Even like, I hope Cooper dominates and becomes an absolute stud. Like, if they hit on him with everything around him,
Yeah.
forget it.
Yeah, and don't be surprised with one of these picks too. If a really good offer comes, they'll probably just take it
Okay.
and just double up on different players.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty flexible
Yeah.
in this draft. So at the next pick then, which would be pick 5, I have them also bidding on Dylan Patterson, who's another Gold Coast Academy
Yeah.
player. So that would be 2 inside the top 5 for them. They will only just be able to match the points on Dylan Patterson to actually be able to get him as well. So that's probably the first time this has ever happened. There's been some slight rule changes with the points and the picks allocated. So Gold Coast haven't been able to bank those later picks for points to be able to match on these guys. So this year they have 4 or 5 academy players overall. They're only going to be able to take these 2.
Yeah, right.
And they might not even get the points to get them, and they'll have to go into deficit for next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because last year and the year before, we were seeing like, yep, one on bid. But now it's like, no, you have to go tell some academy, we just can't.
Yeah.
Wow.
And clearly they favoured going after Petrarca. They
Yeah.
put up, what was it, pick 7 and 8 in the end that they did the trade for that. So that's a factor in that. But Patterson's an absolute rocket off the back half of the ground, a back flanker with enormous speed and agility. He didn't actually test in the combine, so we didn't get that actual, objective data on him, but he's super quick. He's got that sidestep. A real modern player, opens up the game, and another real transition beast. So he's great, definitely worthy of a top 5 in
Yeah,
this.
he looks like a round 1 league guy. Like, put him into a team and he just looks like, just the way he moved, like you said, that sidestep is just...
It's a rugby background.
Yeah, oh, is it?
can
Oh,
see
they
it.
are. He like freezes people with that step.
Yep.
He's ready to go. Okay.
And also, we talked about Dyson Sharp, a bit of a dog as well. I've got an interview here with Dylan Patterson that he did with Code Sports. He said, you just don't see this from AFL draftees as much, I guess because they're so young. And yet we don't have that American sports attitude, I suppose. He's gone here with, if they don't manage to get me, this is Gold Coast, with the possibility that they can't match on him. If they don't manage to get me, I just think it's their loss. I'm happy to go prove myself somewhere if they are willing to do that. At the end of the day, it's just a business. I'm not going to get upset. That was his call about the Gold Coast Suns.
Dog.
Yeah, I'll go anywhere. I don't care. And yeah, also said he was born to play football.
Oh, dog!
my God.
Oh, what a dog! Oh, you say you're born to play. I was put this earth to play football.
That's my only purpose.
I've literally got nothing else to fall back on. I am here to play football. Like, sent from
For
some kind of
whoever.
different planet
Don't
to
even-
play football here.
And right before that, he compared himself to Messiah,
Yeah.
which was great.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's big.
Yeah.
These kids got some real just...
Would he have been 17 at that point too? Or just 18?
Dylan Patterson.
Yeah, when that interview.
17 for sure.
Man,
And on other clubs, he said, this was another thing that
this
just caught my
guy's
eye.
unreal.
He said, on other clubs, he's like, no one's done their homework on me. They just assume that I'm going to the Suns and they don't do anything about it. So he's kind of saying, come and get me as well.
Wow, called everyone out.
Yeah.
I like him.
He's
Yeah,
great.
love that. He's going to be a stud. I'm
Super-
big on him.
Super confident. Super
Yeah,
confident.
need
So
that.
that brings Richmond back in again. And I've been fairly, I suppose, conservative with those bids as well. That West Coast and Richmond have just gone one bid in between
Yeah,
both
sure.
of their picks, which tends to happen. It might get a bit more aggressive this year
Mm-hmm.
just because of some of the quality. Then I've got Richmond taking the biggest bolter in the history of the AFL.
Whoa.
Okay. All right, now.
Okay.
Have you guys heard about this guy?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Who?
Sullivan Roby, a 192 centimetre midfielder out of the Eastern Rangers, won the premiership with them. This guy debuted in the Talent League in round 12 this year. He wasn't in the champs. He wasn't even on a list. He got cut from the Dandenong Stingrays 18 months ago from their Talent League program. He was 175 centimetres. He's now 192.
What?
So what's that? 17 centimetre growth. And he's jacked as well. He was a little small forward, 175, and he's come back as a monster inside mid.
Oh, they got to test him immediately. They got to get him to piss in a jar immediately before they pick him. What?
Yeah, I interviewed him a couple of weeks ago. Impressive too. Speaks really well.
Yeah.
Super confident. His player comparison for me would be LDU / Hugh McCluggage.
This guy's come from the absolute clouds.
He has 40 disposals and 3 goals in the wildcard round, 27 disposals and 2 goals in the quarterfinal, and he kicked 4 goals in the grand final.
Oh, big time player.
Well, I think he's got the Jordan to goes about it.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say, yeah, that's yourself your own head, isn't it?
Yeah, no, just from what I've seen.
When you say, do you mean that
I wouldn't go too far into it, Dylan.
He looked, yeah,
Oh.
sorry, no, I saw some, I actually do have some stuff on him here.
Yeah.
He gave me massive, again, we're going to use players here, and like that's what we do here to try and give people an idea. Kind of like Paddy Cripps, the way he was in and out of stoppages. That kind of real beast, but you're not going to get, no one's going to tackle him, just strong in a contest, can get a little bit of outside speed, but he's just that player.
Yeah, exactly. And he didn't test particularly well, but he looks fast. He plays fast. It's interesting that you mentioned Patrick Cripps because he was another one that had that growth spurt.
Mm-hmm.
And where it tends to help these guys when they go rapidly like that, they play like they've been playing as a small player, a small forward for their entire teenage years. And then they're a big player all of a sudden, and they can use that size against you, and they're still good at ground level.
Yeah.
So they become
Wow,
the
so true.
That's a massive bolt, though. Not being on anyone's radar
Yeah,
to
I
then
know.
now that high up in the draft.
yeah. But he's turned himself. He's a completely different player. He's like a genetic mutation.
17 centimeters is
They've got, I'm telling you,
like that's insane.
I want to
That's
see
not
it from
normal.
farm to table. I
Yeah.
want to make sure nothing funny's going on here when he does piss in that
Okay,
jar.
all right.
I want to
His
see
parents built him a gym. He's been training at home and just
this guy's built in a
bodybuilding
lab.
it.
Actual
Yeah.
built in a lab by his
Built in a
parents. Wow. Okay, I'm going to see him.
love it. So then that brings the Bombers on at pick 7 here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, they need a big draft. They need a huge draft
they
here.
need a huge draft, and they're probably more in that West Coast mold, but they kind of need to bring in some leaders, right? I think at the moment, currently, their oldest player is Zach Merritt, 30 years old. They don't have another 30-year-old on their list.
Okay.
True. And they
So
hate
they're-
him already, so they need someone there
Yeah.
like.
Exactly. He's barely a captain at this
Yeah.
point. So Sam Cumming, I have gone for here out of South Australia. He's a mid-forward type, mid 180 centimeters, very combative, very inside, a bit of an Isaac Heaney type with his marking ability. He's got that hybrid nature to him, so he can go in, win stoppages, push forward and hurt you. And recruiters have described this guy as the prototypical modern midfielder, you know, the mid that can go forward, kick goals, win the ball on the outside, be athletic and play on the outside as well in the long term. But he probably just hasn't consistently put all that together and why he's sliding to number 7 with all the traits that he's got.
Yeah.
Speed, endurance, he's pretty much got everything.
Yeah, I saw him play again in the Sandful seniors, like men's football, and they were getting done by, I can't remember who, 50 points. And I think he had like 3 goals and 20 odd touches. Looked real good. I like guys who have played men's footy, especially in SA boys coming out and they've played men's footy. He looked real good. And like bombing goals from outside 50.
Yeah, he's got a little bit, the way that he attacks the footy, a bit of the Matt Rouse, George Wardlaw, just that real in and under nature.
Okay.
But he's got a lot of athleticism as well to go with it.
Yeah, okay. Well, the Essendon need that. Especially if, Merritt maybe moves on again next year. Keep him.
Absolutely. And they need something to go into that midfield as well. Like on some level, when you're sitting at picks 5 and 6 in the open draft, you're going to go for whatever's best available. But I think they need a player like that. Then they go for a bid on the Brisbane Lions Academy player in Dan Annable. So Brisbane go from winning a premiership, back-to-back premiers. They get Oscar Allen, Sam Draper, and now a top 10 draft pick in Dan
Absolute joke.
Annable.
Should be fine.
Absolute joke.
Another clearance mule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just bringing another great midfielder. Levi Ashcroft sitting there. They got Sam Marshall last year in the 20s as well, a really good player. And now Dan Annable, probably the best, most technical stoppage player in this crop.
Great.
Oh, that's good.
Awesome. That's
what
good
you
for the
wanna
league.
hear, yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
they just leave some midfielders, like good midfielders to everyone else. I know, like, yeah, he's through the academy and it's like that makes sense, but just like their midfield's already good. Ashcroft boys, and now you get Annable there. It's just like that's a 10-year midfield again. We're just dealing with the same situation. We're all now dealing with the league. Doesn't seem fair at all.
It feels like all their mids too, Brisbane, they're all those really good ball handling technical mids as well. Like Lockie Neal, just first hands, gets it out, creates for other players. Will Ashcroft's the same. Dunkley's the same. They're all really good with their hands, and Dan Annable just fits the mould perfectly. I can see him playing round 1 and just doing a Levi.
Man,
Another premiership.
what is going on? And he said Oscar Allen, Sam Draper now, who's going to get, with his size, putting on the gym, be a monster, just palming down everyone.
Yeah. The only, I don't know, like, if you want to sugarcoat it for opposition fans, is that maybe those guys don't fit into the team. Like Allen and Draper come in and it changes the mix a little bit, but that's kind of wishful thinking.
Okay.
It might take a while for them to gel, like chemistry. You see that, I mean, in other sports, but maybe for those two to find their place in the team for sure.
Draper's a different kind of ruck. to what they have had. So they will have to adapt to that a little bit. He's a bit more bash and crash and not as precise as, say, McInerney.
I know it wasn't a problem for him because they've gone back-to-back and it's clearly not, but you have that many good mids, where are they going for their second position? Because we've said now you've got to be a two-position player in the league. You can't be one position. It's like, where are they now going? Is it a forward? Is it a back line? Is it they just, like now with the five-man bench, just rotating off the bench? Like, that'll be the next thing for him.
Yeah, it's a good point too, because those mids that I mentioned, they probably are a little less versatile. They're not your Dursbury types. They're more your inside types as well.
Yep.
So that would put Essendon back on the board then.
Yep.
At pick 9 after that bid, and they are going to take Xavier Taylor from the Eastern Rangers. Medium to tall defender. That's probably his biggest strength, that he can play on those tall types, but he can also play on the smalls. And given his athletic profile, his agility, his speed, and those sorts of traits, I think there is a conversation here that he can go into the midfield long term. He can also be that really versatile medium key, like you see from Josh Weddle, James Sicily type, where they can kind of flick them forward, be dangerous at different times. And I think he's got a trajectory of those types of players.
Why hasn't he done it yet? Is his engine no good yet for midfield? His engine no good for midfield yet?
I think so. And I just think the teams that he played for, he was Eastern Rangers, Vic Metro. They kind of have ready-made mids ahead of him. I think probably a player last year that was similar was like a Luke Trainer. So his Metro, his Sandringham Dragons, they got full midfields. They're not going to try him. And he's doing well enough in his primary position at the moment. But I think AFL clubs will want to use all the traits that he has.
He looked very loose back there, as in paid no respect to his man at all.
Yeah.
Everything I saw was like, this guy wouldn't even know where his opponent is.
No. I mean, I think there's an element of that with all these junior players when they're really good.
Yeah.
They want the ball. So he's that type of player. But he does lock down on his man at times.
And a big watch for mine will be Tat Watch with this guy.
Oh, no.
Because he's already got a couple.
What's he got?
He's got like a massive spider,
He does.
I want to say.
How old is he?
I know.
17, 18.
He's a January born, so he's 18.
Oh, he's probably been in
snuck
prison
in.
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
Snuck
okay,
in.
great. Wow.
So you don't see a lot of Tats entering the league.
Tim, remember his last one I remember?
What did he have?
He had the palm tree.
Yeah.
On the arm, then he filled it out.
So he had
As
the palm
drafted.
tree.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No
yeah.
way.
Yeah, it had palm tree. I remember playing him in the knee for and be like,
That's
this
different.
guy's 17, he's got a palm tree on his bicep. I've never seen that in my life. That's a
That's
lot to take
what?
in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay. And
He's the only one with tats, I think.
Yeah.
no one else has tats?
I haven't seen any.
Well, it's illegal.
You don't see it a lot.
Yeah.
It's legal.
Well, if some of them are 17, for sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it legal to get a tattoo if you're not,
thought it was-
not 18? I think it's plain.
With a parent, though, you can get it, can't you?
Well, you guys do the next bit.
Okay.
I'll figure that
What was
out.
it? Please tell me we're Carlton here.
We're not.
Oh, no, we're not?
Not quite.
Oh, no.
We're
Melbourne.
at 10 here. So this will
Melbourne.
round out the 10. This is you, Dan, isn't it? Pick 10.
Yeah, this is our
Oh,
player.
this is huge.
Here we go. Who are we getting? This is our DDS sponsored player. For those who don't know, we had the Flying Viking last year.
Alex.
Didn't speak to him, obviously, English barrier there.
Yep.
We got
Yep.
around him, but this is who will be sponsoring next season.
We have another foreign name here as well.
Oh,
this
great.
is our
Yes,
thing.
we always take it overseas.
To the D's. This may be the first ever player drafted inside the top 10 without a vowel in his last name.
Okay, now we're
I have
talking.
no idea how to say his last name as well. I'm not going to say.
Grill.
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 Oh, the chef.
He is one of my favourite players. I absolutely love Sam Grill. He's electrically fast. Is that a word? Electrically?
Yeah, it is.
Can you say that?
Spell grill. So people who know grill think we're saying like G-R-I-L. No.
No.
I want to say that it's from the Balkans, this name. I'm thinking Serbia, Bosnia,
Find
that
out,
area.
Molly.
I'm on it.
GRLJ.
That sounds like a crazy Croatian.
Yeah.
I'm Yugoslavian blood. I can sense a crazy Croatian.
There's some Balkan vibes in there for sure.
Slovenian.
Slovenian.
Yeah.
But Slovenian. Yeah, right.
Slovenian sledgehammer.
And also, very illegal under the age of 18 in Australia.
To have a
get
tattoo?
it.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
Interesting.
All right, Sam Grill.
Sam Grill, probably the best ball carrier in the draft because of his speed and his agility. I watched a clip the other day of him and he picked the ball up in D50, just gets on his bike, walks around players. In a way, at this level, he's just too quick and moves too well for the guys on the field. Gets those handball chains. He's got a really rockety, quick release handball that he gets going through the middle of the ground. Takes off, gets it again. He had about 3 or 4 touches in this chain. Just carries the ball into the forward line. Everything that you want in a player as a modern midfielder. He is floating at the moment between half-back and the midfield, but I think his trajectory when he goes inside and starts winning a little bit more contested ball, he's a Zach Butters type. Fast feet around the midfield, just someone that you can inject in there for physicality and pace.
We can work with that.
Love him.
We
for
can
sure.
totally
But
work
I
from
think you
that.
see at pick 10 here, a lot of teams bidding to be that pick, knowing what's on the end of the line.
There's a lot that comes from
There's
it.
a lot that comes with
Yeah.
the player for the club. Like, we will get around you hard. We'll ask for a lot back, for sure.
Oh, no, absolutely.
But also bumping money into the club. And also, if he goes to Demons, if he goes to Melbourne, he's playing straight away, given Clary and Track are gone. Is that the go? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's got that versatility too because of the athleticism to be able to play halfback, wing. He can sort of play on any line as well, which is great. I just want to give you his combine because it was ridiculous. 2K time trial, 5:59.
Shit.
No.
Hang on. So what the last was
Cooper,
what 6?
Cooper Duff was
20?
6:21.
That's a sick. Wow.
5:59's that's
5:59, sub 6. I'm still getting over the fact that you said you did 6:03.
Mal, so not well. I locked in for one preseason. I was like, I have to run here, and just
obscene.
did not eat anything.
Grill backed his Grill's 20-meter sprint, 2.91.
That's so
2
quick.
seconds.
2.91
seconds.
Yeah, so sub
From
3.
0 to 20 meters. That's lightning.
That's close to hitting the 2 point. If you hit the 2.8, you're rapid.
Yeah.
So he's a genuine hybrid athlete.
Yeah, gotcha.
Perfect for AFL footy.
Man, okay, well, we're going to rate him hard. The griller is there, the
Be
chef.
really great to. Well, next season, I reckon we get a map of the world and we'll start to tick off who we've
Where
got.
we're at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Sweden and
I like
Slovenia.
that.
Slovenia
Hopefully he
would be
speaks English.
huge.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because accepting everyone.
Yeah, totally.
So,
He's heavily linked to Richmond too. So I wouldn't be surprised if things go a certain way that he could end up at Richmond's picks as well. But I've got him to the Ds. I don't think they will let him go.
yep. All right, time to take a quick break from Deals Phantom Draft to talk about the Ashes, brought to you by our good friends at BWS. Nothing better than settling in for the cricket knowing you've stocked up on your way at BWS. Now, we are going to hang out this summer. I'm going to come to your house.
I hope so.
We will. You've got a cricket pitch ready to go?
Yeah, I do. I've got a brand new backyard, and I've honestly, I haven't had a lot going on in my world, so I've just been
Getting it ready.
perfecting the Thornbury cricket ground.
Day one ready.
It looks unreal
Yeah,
out there.
so like me, if you're on your way to your mate's place to watch the match, swing past BWS and grab your favourite cold beverage before the first ball. There's always a BWS on the way, and that is true.
It's a fact.
Put it in maps, drive through one near you.
There's a drive-through one near
Yeah.
me, and it gets a serious workout.
How good's pulling a drive through, like, mate?
Yeah.
Just a slab, please.
Just-
It's a cold one.
pop it in the back,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. I'll stay seated.
Yeah, they never do, but, but with the attitude, it's great.
But big Ashes series coming up. We're 3 weeks away, or 2 or 3 weeks away. It's absolutely huge. A lot happening overseas. England now playing New Zealand. Just embarrassing scenes over there. I actually feel bad for them coming out here.
Well, I think you're lying there.
I am lying because it's going to be great to see them absolutely melt. But
Yeah.
play New Zealand ODIs over there, lost 3-0.
Yeah.
This was, I wrote something here. With potentially 5 of their first 7 Ashes batsmen in the side, this is what they just did against New Zealand. England's batting was so desperately feeble that the team set a world record for the fewest runs scored by a top 4 in 50 over series where they batted at least 3 times. They scored 84 runs, their top 4, over the 3 ODIs. Yeah, that's Ollie Gill just
Starting to
licking
lick my lips at that.
Licking his lips. A lot of people saying they're going to put up a fight,
Yeah.
which I totally believe. I
Yeah.
think. Now, there's a scenario here where it's not great for us. Steve Smith's captain. Scotty Boland's got to play now, which we love. There's a potential here where they ruin our summer because these test matches go for 2 days,
Oh, yeah.
3 days. And that's, if they come here and ruin our summer,
Yeah.
drink our beer,
Yeah.
sing their shitty songs,
Yeah.
they can piss off back to England. Respectfully.
Respectfully, of course. I mean, you're right. Yesterday was a great little sort of just dip your toes into what this summer could feel like.
Yeah.
And at 30 degrees, if I've only got 2 days worth of cricket and not 5, I'm not going to be happy.
No, because we know this feeling. When the Ashes rolls around, you're at home, aircon is cranking, and you've got feet up.
Yes.
You bury some WS, and you're just locked into the cricket.
Yes.
You're not moving at all. It's actually too hot to go outside.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't.
That's what's staring down. You don't want a situation where England are so shitty at cricket that they rob us of 3 days over the series in all the actual games we're playing. Because it only goes to 2 days.
Sharpen up, England.
Sharpen up. So, big thanks to BWS for looking after us this Ashes series, wherever you're heading this summer, whether it be a barbecue, a date, a mate's night in, which I'm on
barbecue
yours. Well, we could do that.
Yeah.
Make BWS your easy drink stop on your way out, chilled, ready, and close by. They've got you sorted. See the BWS website for store locations. And as always, choose to drink wise.
Then the Ds, they obviously have the back-to-back picks as well. They'll pop a beard on your man, Dan, Harry Dean.
Don't. Why are they going to do this, everyone? You know what's going to happen here? Everyone's, or if it's D's here, or I heard West Coast are going to do it too, maybe potentially. Don't ruin what we're trying to do here. And Harry Dean looks awesome. I heard he is like, essentially what would happen is we'd have 2 Jacob Wetterings.
Yeah, he's a bit different to Wiedering. I think he's less of that like physical specimen from a size point of view. He's more of a floaty intercept type. But that probably bodes well for Carlton because you don't have two of the same guy. You've got two that are a little bit different. He can lock down though, but he is a bit undersized. He's 193 centimeters, so you don't have that absolute giant defender there. He kicks the ball really well, which I think is a thing that people miss about him. They talk about his defending and his intercepting work, but he's actually really good on transition, hits targets, can take kick-ins and stuff like that. And he just seems like one of those guys that really wants to beat his opponent. And he showed that across the champs. He was one of the best performed for Vic Country at that level. And yeah, just an incredible player, really, and someone worthy of around this top 10 area for me.
I'm hearing dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dog rumors?
like competitive dog.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Yeah, doesn't get beat all the time.
And that's the primary thing that recruiters talk about with Dean, that they like about him.
Like his dog?
They like his dog.
Just an angry guy. I like that. I saw, his stuff looks unbelievable. He's going to save Carlton.
Yeah.
I honestly believe
Okay.
it. I think we're back. I don't want to get too confident, but Harry Dean, I think we're all the way back, lids off. Win the flag for sure.
The only thing that he struggles with slightly is speed. If he's got to afford with
We'll stop it. We'll stop you there, mate.
So, that back line, we do need a bit of speed there. We're slow as shit down there as well. So that's okay. As long, if you're stopping the goals,
Oh,
go your own pace.
yeah.
That's what I say.
You keep more goals than your opposition, you win footy
True.
games.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So then the D's come back at pick 12, and I've got them taking here Wizard 2.0,
Oh, huge.
Whoa.
Lockie Dobston. Have you seen this man?
I have. Big mullet.
Big mullet,
Yep.
small guy, just nippy, forward stoppages, dropping at the knees, getting high tackles, just being an absolute pest inside forward 50, celebrating, being the man.
Yeah.
And he's even playing for the Eastern Rangers, which the Wizard was back in the day as well. Goals-wise, averaged 2.4 goals a game.
Wow.
Whoa.
For the Rangers, and Watson only averaged 1.2 back in his Rangers day, so he's got more goals than the Wizard.
So is he bigger than Wiz?
He's bigger, he's taller,
Okay. Yeah.
but very similar in the way he plays. He's got that mullet, he's got that sort of rough edge to him.
Yeah.
Looks like he could be living in a trailer park type operator.
I mean, he really has gone to just aggressively remove his sideburns. It's
Yeah.
just shaved and then add the back. That's all
He
he's
looks a
running.
bit like Papley to me.
Yeah.
Got that kind of...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Has he got a bit of flair after a goal? Like, will people, when we see him next season, when he kicks a goal, will it be the kind of thing around Wiz's narrative where it's like, oh, we had this already? Does he give it out a bit and like?
He gives it. Yeah,
Oh,
he gives
okay.
it. I mean, I think the Australian audiences are coming around to that
Yeah.
a little bit, but there's still plenty of hate that he's going to get, blowing kisses to the crowd, giving it these ones. He's that type of an operator.
Love that. Okay, so
Yeah.
Melbourne are taking him. Is that what you said?
The D's.
Wow,
Yeah, I
okay.
think that'll just give them a bit of potency inside forward 50. You've obviously got Cosy Pickett there, but is he going to leave? That's still a narrative that's kicking around. So I think they need some smalls. And they're probably a team that hasn't had that balance overall. They've been very midfield heavy over the last few years.
Yeah. Now they got Brody Mychek as well, so got like
Yeah.
at least
Yes.
an anchor to kick to.
Yeah.
So just get around his feet. Let's look at vocal points. So I like that.
You start blowing kisses. I like
To the
it.
12 people there.
Absolutely. So next on the board next would be Carlton, but that's absorbed in that Harry Dean pick. It won't go down like this, but it's for just ease of use here. I've gone with that. So that brings Hawthorn on at pick 13, and I have got them taking Noah Hibbins Hargraves, a 186 centimetre utility out of the Vic Country team and also the Dandenong Stingrays.
Has he bolted?
He's higher on my list. I
Okay.
wouldn't say he's a bolter because he was a part of the AFL Academy team.
Okay.
He played champs and all of that sort of stuff. He was very highly rated at the beginning of the year. He's just the type of player that doesn't have 30 every week. You know what I mean? He's a clutch player. He's someone that has high decision-making traits, adds a lot of value with his decision-making and his disposal and his technical skills. So he stands out to me as a very aesthetic player, someone that glides and moves across the field really freely. He's a nightmare when he goes forward because he's kind of that mid-sized type, so he's aerial and he's pretty strong at ground level as well. But they had a game, Country, against Western Australia earlier in the season. It was goal for goal right till the end. He had 3 goals in the last quarter, just opportunistic, a goal from the pocket. There was a quick snap in there and then a huge mark right before. They ended up losing the game by 3 points on the siren, but he was kind of the guy that sort of tells his story in a way, just how he always bobs up for those quick goals. I think it was in his bottom age year, he kicked 33 goals for the season and 18 of them were in the last quarter. So that's the sort of operator that we're
Big
interesting.
last quarter guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, steps up when the game is on the line. He's had injuries this season, problems with his calves. He had an AC joint issue as well. So I think that's probably a reason that he's starting to slide a little bit. But I like him. I think he's high upside. And to go to a team like Hawthorn who are ready to contend,
Yeah.
I think that'll bode well. And he could be the Murphy Reed type of this draft for me.
Oh, that's big. People love hearing that, especially Hawks fans. Because
Shit,
2 weeks
yeah.
ago, Hawks fans weren't probably even looking at a pick, given all the merit stuff. So now they're back into it, and the midfield was something that Sam Mitchell was like, we need to bolster this and find someone there. If he can be anything like a Murphy Reed to at least play a role,
Exactly.
then they're away.
Exactly. And he's going to add value straight away for me, as long as he goes to a team that isn't in a rebuilding phase. I don't think he's necessarily going to come in and put you on his back, but he's going to add something to an already good team.
Yep.
A bit of a Harry Sheasel for me, that medium forward, mercurial type. So I love him. And then that puts Carlton back on the board
Here
with
we
their
go.
second pick here. And I've got them taking Josh Lindsay, who is, I'd say, quite comfortably the best kick in this draft. Dictates from halfback,
I know this guy.
metronomic,
Yeah.
just takes all the kick-ins and just does not miss. This guy is a scalpel
I like
with
this
the ball.
guy. I like this guy. Is his nickname Bullseye? Or did
Yeah,
make
I
that
think
up?
that's been said.
Oh, I can work with Bullseye for
Yeah.
sure.
Not sure if his teammates are running around calling him
Oh,
Bullseye.
well. I'll be calling him
long
Bullseye.
as someone is,
If
it
I see him,
counts.
I tell you what, it'd be nice to see someone lacing someone out at Carlton.
That would be good, wouldn't
If he
it?
can come in and do that, because last year, all Carlton fans know this, that ball just brought rain every time we went inside 50. Like, that was a big issue.
Yeah.
It is across the ground. Adam Sard used to be kind of that ball mover guy. Now he's moved away less from how good he was at finding targets and moving the ball. So to get a Bullseye, which I'm running the nickname with, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, and you want to be a kicking team in 2025, 2026, like Hawthorn, Brisbane, those teams that can just flick the ball around like, prime Barcelona. That's really what you want from a modern day footy team.
Yep.
He loves a medal too, Josh Lindsay, just to give you that narrative. Best on ground in the AFL Futures.
I'm that hard.
Best on ground in the AFL Academy v Coburg.
Oh, keep it all the way stiff. That's great.
Yeah.
I love that. Honestly, if you watch his highlights, he's hitting targets out of his ass.
Yeah.
Like, some of them are just crazy. It's
So-
just the balls to take it on.
So devil's advocate then.
Don't be that.
What are people saying? Why is he sliding?
I think it's probably athleticism.
Okay.
He's not going to take you on. When we talk about these players that he can hit a target, and I think that's because he doesn't have the athleticism.
Sure.
So he's really focused in on that particular skill.
yeah.
He can't run around you. He can't take you on with physicality. So he's hitting between the lines.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll take that though.
Well, now we've got that and Ollie Hollands
Yeah.
coming off half back line. I don't know, if we're moving the ball, it's all good. I like it.
He's a much better kick than Ollie Holmes.
Oh, awesome. Won't be hard.
Can't run like him though.
Oh,
So
well,
that's
that's all right.
That's the downside. So pick 15 then would be the GWS Giants, and I've got them taking another bolter here in Oscar Taylor.
Oh,
Another player that did not play in the national championships. So he didn't even get that opportunity, but he was massive for the Eastern Rangers in their finals push, in their grand final win. Elite foot skills, not quite to the level of a Josh Lindsay, but he's got super, super pace, 2.82 20-metre sprint.
oh mate, 2.82.
Yep.
Jeez.
Lightning quick. Plays like Errol Goulden, but with more pace.
Okay. And how's his kicking?
Pretty good. Not as good as Goulden, but yeah, pretty good. Pretty good ball control, but not to the level of, say, a Josh Lindsay.
Okay. So he didn't play, as you said. So what did he do to start taking some forwards he was on to the cleaners?
Yeah, I think so. I think he shut down a lot of players, but that Eastern Rangers side was a bit of a bolting side. They weren't cleaning teams up in the front half of the year. He's probably just emerged a little bit, just grew in confidence as the team did. And that's kind of put him into this conversation. And then when you can run like that, when you got that sort of speed, teams are going to look at
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
He was also second in the agility too, so he's got that
Yeah. You can
lateral
zip around.
movement. West Coast then would come back on the board here. As I said, they're probably going to do some creative trading at some point, but this would be their third pick, and I've just got them taking local Jacob Farrow here. 187 centimetre midfielder / defender. Plays a little bit key, plays a little bit distributor, and also can go inside, and he's a bit of a Hayden Young type.
Yeah, he looked real good by leg. That left foot, real good. Real good pick. Also, WA boy, I think that's a real thing now in a first round. If you can, like a West Coast or Freo, not that Freo here, find a local person or local player to keep in state, I think it's still a huge part of it.
Absolutely. So he's going to add value for them. As I said, plays like Hayden Young, 25 disposals at Waffle Colts, which then brings Western Bulldogs on, who they're different, aren't they? Like, they're not really lacking for talent. They probably need key defenders, but are you going to bring in a 17, 18-year-old that's going to move the needle? Probably not. So I've got them taking Harley Barker, who is a little bit of a slider amongst this crop because he did a knee just after the national champs. But this guy's freakishly fast. He ran a 2.85 20-metre sprint. a very outside player, 187 centimeters. He's an aerial player, and he plays exactly like Ollie Dempsey
Okay.
from the Cats. He even studies his running patterns.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you think, what's your vibe on clubs taking players off the back of something like an ACL? Do you think there's much trepidation there? Obviously there's going to be a risk of some sort, but do you think clubs really care anymore? Or
I think clubs care that are down the bottom of the ladder or need performances quickly. Like I think West Coast would care.
Yeah.
But it won't bother the Western Bulldogs.
Mm.
Losing
Yeah,
my voice here.
yeah,
As was the same with Taj Houghton last year for the Tigers. They're a team down the bottom of the ladder, but they can probably afford to wait a little bit. They don't need those rapid performances, and they had a lot of picks to kind of risk it on a player like that.
From what we know just about the body in general, from just off the top of your mind, do you think do most people that do a knee or an AC joint or something like that at the age of 17, is that necessarily reoccurring? Like, do we see them just from what we know
Someone
of?
in track do one? Did track do one coming in or
I think
early
he did.
on?
Yeah, I think he did.
Track did one
True.
coming in. I think the only one I can't remember another one where it's happened again out of draft year.
Yeah.
The only player that comes to mind that I can think of that kept doing knees was Menzel.
Yeah.
Do you remember him for Geelong?
Troy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Troy? Yeah.
Oh,
Daniel
Menzel.
Daniel Menzel.
yeah.
Yeah. Troy, Daniel kept doing his knee.
Yeah.
Again and again and again.
Troy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
but I wouldn't say it's particularly common. I mean, Will Ashcroft just did an ACL,
Yeah.
didn't he? And then
Yeah.
one at Norm Smith. I mean, you don't want to make those best case scenarios all the time, but I don't think so. And I think clubs now are better at dealing with those types of injuries.
Yeah.
They've got ways to deal with it. And if the player, again, it comes back to the player's mentality. If that you think they can deal with it, being on the sidelines and come back better, you're still going to pick him.
I think it's a big one, especially here with what's his name again?
Harley Barker.
Harley Barker. With Harley, it's if you've obviously you can't test him, but if you can talk to him and get into his mindset, if he's okay with it and eager to come back and knows what he's dealing with, then that's obviously
Exactly.
your sign
I
to take
mean,
him.
injuries are going to be largely psychological,
Yeah.
aren't
Yeah.
they? From whether you can come back from it. And if you do all the preparation, you're
Should
going to
be
be
fine.
fine. So I'm on it. I reckon he could go a little bit higher than this if somebody really likes him above as well. But I've got the Dogs taking him. And then at pick 18, I have gone with the Adelaide Crows to take the local product here in Jevon Philippou.
Hey, Jevon.
Jev.
My
Javan.
man.
So we thought it might have been Javan.
It may be Javan.
It might be Javan. Okay, we're not sure.
We'll go with Jay.
The Philippou's very just confident in their abilities.
Yeah.
We saw Mateus say he was a blend of Nat Fyfe and Bond. So still waiting to
equal
see a
parts.
little bit of that.
Yeah.
But is it Javan anything like that, or is he a different player completely?
No, he's he's exactly like that.
Okay.
He said he plays like Isaac Heaney and he'd pick himself at number 1.
Philippou's don't muck around, do they?
Yeah.
They're very confident.
And he's kind of a
That's
similar
funny as.
Yeah, he's a kind of a similar player to his brother. His brother's a bit more, what's he like, 191?
Yeah,
Mateus.
be
He's a
about
bit
that.
more of almost a key position height getting there, and he can come in and play midfield as a bigger bodied. Javan's one. Now I'm calling him Javan.
Just back yourself.
Just
Yeah.
leave it.
Whatever. Yeah.
Javan.
He's 184 centimeters, and he plays a little bit smaller. He's got that aerial game because of the athleticism. I think he was a decathlete back in the day, so he's just a good athlete all round, shot put, and all those
Sure.
different things. So.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got that burst of speed away from stoppage. He kicks goals and he can take big marks as well. So he's very exciting, very X-factor player. But he had a broken arm and he missed champs. And then he just didn't, that back end of the year, he was kind of just inconsistent. He'd have one good game, a bit of a poor one. So I think that's enough trepidation just to put him back a little bit.
Doesn't
But
sound like a pick one, but
I didn't see
that's
that
okay.
big one would have. Well, Adelaide interesting because they, like they did last year with Sid Draper, obviously a lot higher than Javan will be. Just play him a little bit, give him a taste for it, but
Yeah.
just put in the sample and him. I guess this will be the same kind of thing. Just let him find his own way, and if he's ready to go, he's ready to go.
I think that's better for players as well.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to, unless you've got a Dyson Sharp mentality, you don't want to have to come in and carry a team.
Yeah.
It's too much expectation, even if you think you're good enough. And most of these guys are going to think that they're good enough.
Yeah.
19 there, we've got another South Australian. Obviously, it is a pretty South Australian heavy draft. They won the champs. Geelong taking Aiden Schubert, 198 centimetre key forward. He's probably widely seen, if you take Cooper Duff-Tytler out, as the best key position forward in this draft. December born, so there's a little bit more there as far as development. He's one of the younger players in the draft, particularly amongst the top end. But his carnival was great. He averaged 17 disposals, 2.8 contested marks, 9 score involvements, and 2.5 goals.
Yeah, he's all arms and legs.
Very
Like,
army and leggy.
talk about raw. like chicken sashimi raw. Like real just, you get him in the system, almost tuck him away for a bit, let him just eat dumbbells, and then get him back. Like everything, it's like he's trying to work out what his limbs can do. A little bit I saw. Like when it's on, it's great. Like no one can outmark him, but it's kind of like sometimes it's like
It's not connected well.
ball to foot processing.
Bad thigh.
But like raw, but there's a lot there.
There's a lot there. And one thing that impressed me about him was just his ability to sort of float into pockets of space and pick up easy ball as well. So, key position players, they tend to get caught just stuck in big aerial contests all the time and trying to take big marks. But he was like, I'm just going to get in the disposal chains, be a smart player, use my foot skills. And then he does go forward and he can still take those big marks. And as you said, the long arms, he sticks them out. It's a bit Sam Darcy-esque where defenders, if they're, if he gets a 193 defender like a Harry Dean, they can't really get an arm in.
Yeah. I think it's a big thing about finding pockets of space, especially in the league. Like that, if you think you're going to come into a league and take contested marks and pack marks on wings and dump kicks, it just doesn't happen unless you're really good in the freak of nature good, top 5% of taking marks. He finds these pockets of space in forward pockets on the wings where that is stuff that takes ages to learn once you're in the system if you don't already have it.
Yeah. And people, like AFL fans, I think we expect that contested marks actually happen more often than they do. Like the best players in the comp take about 2.5 contested marks a game.
Yeah.
So it's not that many.
No.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's pretty rare. You just want the guy competing and just going for it in the air.
Yeah.
And then being able to impact in other ways as well. Freo on the board here. We're getting towards the end of the first round here. I've got them taking a bit of a weird one and a guy that I don't know a lot about, but he's highly rated. The reason I don't know much about him is he plays Sandful reserves. He's 2 years older than the rest of the crop, so he's an overager.
Well, Sturt's captain, is it?
No. This is Latrell Pickett, cousin of Cozzy.
Okay. Is this a pick and play the game kind of pick, or is this guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is very, very narrative based. So I'm thinking Freo go after him just as a bit of a way of luring Cozzy back in a couple of years.
Wow.
But he is also quality, and he is kind of a player that they need. Like they're starting to push for wanting to win a premiership, right? The Dockers. They need those small forwards. They got Bolton in, who was a position of need. Get in Latrell Pickett here, who is closer to being ready to go. He's 2 years older than the rest of the crop. He can fit in, play straight away, and then you get Cozzy in 2 years.
So what's his story? Why? What's the
I don't know too much about him.
Okay.
Just because I am more across those Coates Talent League players, and I haven't watched him. I've watched a few highlights of him and stuff, and he plays as you would expect. He's a nippy little small forward that's creative around goal. He's got speed. He's Cozzy-like, you know what I mean? He's that type of player. It's difficult, though, to watch these guys play Sandful reserves because he's going to be way more athletic than them.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hard thing watching him or anyone like that playing Sanford reserves. Then some players just play better in a better league.
Sure.
And he might be one of those guys that, he's good and looks better than everyone in Sanford reserves. Then you put him in a league team with Freo and you go, okay, this guy's amazing.
And when he has stepped up, he played Sandful Seniors, got the debut earlier in the season, 16 disposals, 4 goals. So he hit the ground running. And he's just,
But is it just quite rare, though, to have someone in the draft that's playing reserves in that fashion, or is that fairly common?
A little bit, and it probably does speak to this draft and its, I guess, perceived lack of depth and stuff like that. But it does happen. I mean, you had players taken out of the VFL in even last year's draft, which was really strong. Sam Davidson, who came in and played for the Dogs on the wing, did really well. He was a 25-year-old. It is more rare to have someone playing reserves level.
Yeah.
But he has got some exposure at senior level as well. Okay. And he's still quite young. He's 2005 born compared to 2007.
Yeah, sure.
I love the kind of Cozzy Pickett play angle of it all.
Smart.
Because it's smart.
Yeah.
Plus,
Why
you were
not?
late first to try and make a play for if the next season or the year after to see if you can lure Cozzy home. I like that. I think it's
Why
smart.
not?
And someone who can play, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
Yep. So then the Bombers are back on again here. 21. I've got them taking a little bit of a slider here in Mitch Marsh, the Bison.
Cricketer.
Everyone seems to be calling him because of
Big
that.
effort.
Yeah. 190 centimetre, sort of third tall type player, but he does have amazing foot skills. So he's a player that hasn't really played there, but I can see him going across half back or playing wing, a little bit similar to like a Dan Curtin, I would say at AFL level, just with that positional flexibility, the size, so he can take marks, be that kind of tall, fat side winger for an AFL club, but also dictate with his foot skills as well. So kicked a lot of goals in the national champs and was a big reason that they won that too, and has a nice pace and endurance blend.
Good. Yeah, he looks like that hard matchup where you put someone too small on him, he'll outmark you. Put someone too big, he's just great on ground.
Well, he played on Harry Dean at Marvel. I saw that game, and he was too quick for him.
Oh, damn it.
Just got him on the lead.
Damn it, Harry.
Yeah. Harry Dean likes when the ball is coming in high.
Yep.
And he can use that intercept marking. But we're not talking about Harry Dean right
No.
now.
No,
We're talking
no,
about
no.
Mitch Marsh.
Mitch Marsh.
Yeah, 21. And then 22, we're getting really close to the end of the first round here. It is the Hawks. And I have them just getting into Essendon here because of the merit thing. They might bid on Adam Swade.
Oh, here we go. We got drama at the end of the first.
Bit of drama.
Like it.
Bit of drama. So Swade's another small forward from that Calder Cannons team that Essendon have been getting through with the NGAs. So they got Kako last year. This year they've got Adam Swade and Hussein El Ashkar. So they're going to have a really good small forward line in a couple of years. He's around this range, Swade, and I feel like if the Hawks are on it, they might just go F you.
A fuck you pick.
To the, yeah.
Oh, how good's a fuck you? They hate
brilliant.
each other, right? They're having the best off-season against each other.
Yeah, I love it. So I reckon they'll do that. And then the Hawks will take Archie Ludowick, a bit of a slider because of injury as well. Sandringham Dragons key forward, bit of a Cadman type, big, long, gangly arms, someone that can get up the ground, but has good foot skills, good technical skills as well. He's pretty good at ground level. And just, I guess for a myriad of reasons, the fact that he was injured, the fact that he had some mixed form in the middle of the season, I think he will slide a little bit. So I've got him going to the Hawks. Not necessarily a player that they absolutely need right now, but I think they could get someone like this. They could get a key forward. Bit of a developmental pick as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're absolutely stacked with the key forward position, so not a bad one. Tuck away there for a little bit. And Ludowick, Guten Tag. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, I hope that's the absolute correct pronunciation. I've never spoken
Look,
to
if
him
it's close
personally.
enough, we run with close enough around here. I don't hate that at all.
So that is the end of the first round.
Wow. Well, that's a start. I mean, there's a bit of drama there happening. Obviously, we know West Coast. It seems like West Coast, Essendon, Gold Coast, who's bidding, they'll dominate a lot of the first round. Then it kind of feels like, maybe 11 past pick 12. Everything is a bit of like a lottery. Who knows where things will fall? You don't really know what you're getting kind of situation.
Yeah, there's definitely a trench there where it does fall off a little bit, and you're taking more speculative picks.
Yeah.
For sure. Whereas if you get inside that top 10, you're getting the real top end quality of this draft, which is a bit different to last year because I feel like teams were comfortable in the teens, in the 20s even.
Yeah. Hey, man, we can't thank you enough for coming in and doing this with us. We love your work this time of year. You clocked on. We know you'll be doing some more leading into it. Your draft, will that change leading into it, you reckon?
It could if we get some big news dropped in the next couple of weeks, potentially. But this is probably me playing it conservative without doing any trading or anything like that. But that could happen. That's always on the board. But I think it's more likely to happen on draft night when you get those changes. But we're here.
Hey, well, we thank you, man. Thanks for coming in. You've been great.
Thank you.
Obviously, go follow all Deal stuff on Dylan Alexander. Follows Draft, YouTube, and Instagram, same handle?
On Instagram as well. Yeah, Dylan Alexander follows Draft. Just type that in.
Awesome,
You'll find
mate.
it all.
Thank you. We can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Hopefully our clubs, Harry Dean, I'm so excited. Also excited about who's our guy, Sam Grill.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's going to be great. That's going to be great. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you. We'll be in the States for our next step.
yeah. How good's that?
We'll be there. So we
Got
are
jet
flying
lag
out.
already.
Yeah, we are going to get jet lag. We'll be there in the States doing some stuff. So we'll tune in to you guys in the States. See you soon.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.